Hey everyone, it's Brandy Duskie and I'm here with my EDL 856 Module 7 Internal External Publics chart. The assignment was to analyze our internal and external publics of our district and then use one of the tools available to create a chart of what that communication between the publics looks like for our district. I looked at several options and actually began using Glyphy and then Lucidchart. And in both of those instances, I ran into issues saying that I needed to upgrade in order to continue. So I started using MindMeister as my third and luckily final option and was able to create a chart. However, after almost finishing the first two charts before hitting that brick wall both times, my third and final chart is less than what my personal expectations are for myself. It was definitely a trying activity due to my difficulties with the technical issues. But once I got everything sorted out, using MindMeister was pretty straightforward. I did run into some difficulty integrating pictures in there, so I was only able to access the icons and emojis that were available within MindMeister. I know some of you have added pictures, but it was not working with me on that. So my chart is pretty bland, which makes me a little bit sad. But getting into it, I'll start with the internal publics for USD 333. I'll start off with the administration internally. I looked at the different ways that they overall district admin communicates throughout the district, and primarily with the school board, that is direct conversation through conversation, text, email, and then the regular meetings, and those tend to be both one and two-way communication streams. With the other administration, so our building level administration, again, that direct conversation, text, email, and then regular weekly meetings with a lot of one and two-way communication depending on the purpose of that communication. Communicating with teachers, we are looking at direct conversation and email primarily coming from our overarching administrator, and then the building administrators also function this way for the most part, either direct conversation or emails. And I guess there are some regular meetings between the building administrators and the teachers that I do not have included here. Again, one and two-way communication. And then staff and maintenance staff at the district office. Again, direct communication and email, both one and two-way. And then sometimes, rarely, there is communication between administration and students. Generally, that would be the building administration primarily. Direct conversation, one and two-way when you're asking for the feedback, but sometimes emails come direct from the administrator to student email addresses, and that is more of a one-way communication. When we look at the internal communications with teachers, they reach out to multiple entities as well, and so internally teachers are communicating with students directly through email, through tech-based reminders. Depending on the grade level, that might be Seesaw, it might be Google Classroom. Sometimes teachers use the Remind app depending on the functions that they're using with that in their classroom. And then looking at using PowerSchool for grade updates and those sorts of things. And then mail and notes to the students as well. Many of the ways that we communicate with students are one way, but there are a few that are asking for that two-way communication back and forth. Teachers communicate with other teachers, again, direct conversation, email, and then they have regular meetings, at least monthly, sometimes more often depending on needs within the building. Most of those communications go both one and two-way, depending on the application. Teachers communicate with support staff directly working with that teacher as well as throughout the building. Again, direct conversation, email, and regular meetings, both 1 and 2-way. And then with maintenance and tech staff, there's some direct conversation and email, but we also have what's called a School Dude, which is a web-based program where we can put in like a help ticket for maintenance or technology issues, and then they respond to that help ticket, correcting the issue or solving the maintenance problem that is needed, and that is more of a one-way communication. When we look more towards the external publics, I kept this pretty minimal with looking at parents and the community in general. Parents are part of the community, so all of the ways that the community is communicated with also fall into parents, but I didn't want to muddy the waters too much, so I separated parents out in the ways that they receive communication that are different than regular community members. So we have some direct conversation, and that could be both in a one-on-one conversation, but also in meeting form. And generally those are 1 and 2-way communications, so we want that parent feedback. Email is another way, and that operates both 1 and 2-way as well. Again, those tech-based reminders for parents using those different apps. PowerSchool would also be included in there. Parents have access to student grades. It's not a way that we would send any reminders or anything, but parents have access to that. So that is a good way to communicate what those grades are so that they can facilitate other ways to communicate. Those are generally all one-way communication, and then again, mail and notes home. Within the community, again, previous presentations indicated we utilize our Facebook page primarily for community engagement and announcements. It's mostly one way. Occasionally there is some engagement from community on that, but that tends to be mostly negative, so oftentimes commenting is turned off and we just use it purely for announcements. Newspaper, radio, and TV, getting those announcements out there, again, mostly one way. School board meetings, we do have communication to the community via school board meetings. Due to COVID, all of our school board meetings have been online, so we've had a lot more engagement that way. More people are attending than would typically go to the district office to attend that school board meeting, so that has been interesting. And then the USD 333 website is a one-way communication, and then we do have on our elementary building at pickup and drop-off, and then on our 11th Street side of the middle school, junior, senior high building, we have an electronic sign that's used for announcements and other such things. And then within the community at our Broadway Plaza, there is another large electronic sign that we sometimes put information out on to get information out to the public. The internal and external publics within the district, our district admin are pretty good at communicating for transparency of like facility updates and those sorts of things. But when we're talking more about facilitating the discussion of activities or curriculum and development and those sorts of things, that communication breaks down a little bit. So that is something that I think we could improve on our communication. I did notice that most of the internal communication tends to be both 1 and 2-way. For the most part, if it starts out a one-way and they get some feedback, it's not like that's prohibited by any means, so typically ends up being mostly 2-way. Whereas our external communication for the most part is one-way. There's very limited ways for engagement back from our external stakeholders. And I really see that we have a need to improve that seeking of the feedback from our external community that would be beneficial. I think that could be achieved by using tools that better allow for two-way communicating externally. Email and direct conversation are really what we're using now. But there are multiple tools out there that ask for engagement and incorporate that in, and I think that would could be beneficial. One critique of my chart, I kind of started with that critique, would be that it isn't my best work. Having started the project twice, to hit that brick wall was really difficult for me. So that really did impact my third attempt. And I struggled with these resources and until I settled on MindMeister. So focusing on two-way communication and seeing all of the ways that communication happens within the district, and having opportunity for two-way communication to engage more effectively externally would be ways that we could support parents and student engagement and improve student learning. I hope I addressed all of the opportunities for questions and the assignment, and again, this is not my best work, so be on the lookout for better work next time. Thank you.